Boom! And we are live. All right, guys, I got to say, I'm sorry about Truckin' City Media. He's gotten caught up in some trucking confusion and some craziness out there, but I decided to come on here and give you guys a live anyway. So I do have some guests backstage. You feel free to put in the comment section. We'll talk about a bunch of stuff. We should have some fun tonight. So on backstage, I do have the Grumpy Meister. Hey, Grumps.
I am here.
How you doing? We have Highway Junkies. How you doing? How you
Same
doing,
in
Highway
California.
Junkies? All right. And we also have Bait Truckin' in the house. So this should
The
be a fun one,
original
guys.
boom. The original boom.
I didn't say boom.
You sure did. You
No,
sure
I
did.
did not. I did not.
You did.
If I
You
did,
did.
if I did it, I did it better than you. I'm sorry. I can't help it. It just comes
No.
naturally. So guys, I don't have anything major planned for the live tonight. We're gonna have some fun, goof off, talk about a little bit of trucking. If you have anything to say, put it in the comment section. We'll get to your comments as soon as we can. Um, and I don't know if you see up here at the top, there's a streamer. As always, super chats and members get priority. But honestly, I read everybody's comment, so feel free to comment. All right, guys. So how's everybody doing tonight? How you doing, Grumps?
Tired.
Yeah, tired.
Yeah.
Huh. All
A
right. How
whole
about you?
long 5 hours of drive, and he's tired.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing all right. I'm doing a split right now, so I'm in the middle of a split. A couple hours, I'll start rolling again over towards Chicagoland. How about you, Pete? How you doing tonight?
We're doing good, man. We're driving up to northern Minnesota, the Bemidji area.
Oh, nice, nice. So we got Barry Henderson in the house. Said not bait trucking. He's a mariner. Okay then. And then Poet says, "Hey crew, hey Poet, how you doing?" So I already said this, but I'm gonna repeat it one more time, guys. Um, Boss Man couldn't make it tonight. He's got caught up in some trucking confusion. So he won't be on tonight. We do apologize, but this happens. It's trucking. That's trucking. It happens out here, you know. So what? Poet says turd, Frank. Frank, you got something? Got something to tell us? You got a turd in your pocket or something?
All right. What's that supposed to mean, poet?
Maybe he's calling you a turd. I don't know.
Possibly.
um, but Boss Man, unfortunately, is not joining us right this second. He might come in. I don't know. I'm going to leave the door open. He's welcome to join when he wants to. But if he doesn't, no worries, brother. We got your back. We're live. So, guys, I just have a very important question to ask all three of you. And I want to know your honest opinion. And it's going to start off serious, but I'm sure we'll group around pretty soon here. But so I'll start with you, Pate Truckin'. You always have a different take on everything, so I'm going to start with you. So the trucking market, I know, against your opinion, has been in the hole lately. Now I feel like it's starting to turn and come back better. What do you think?
Um, are we? Well, the spot market certainly is getting better. Um, I would say that is what has turned or slowed down over the last year and a half. Was spot rates.
Yes.
Um, so it's nice to see the spot market increasing. More volume out there on the load board. That's very important. And the rates have actually increased quite a bit. Um, Now, I don't haul a lot of spot market freight, so I haul more customer style freight, which I didn't go through the struggle as much as other people have that solely work on the spot market. So, but what I have noticed is the few times I've had to go to the spot market, the rates are the rates are strong, at least for me, for what
Yeah.
I do and how I operate.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, I know, Grumpy, you're a company guy, but have you noticed any upswing in the market?
Well, with the dry van division, which is what I'd run, looks like it's got a pretty good deal going on, especially this time of the year. It's starting to get closer to the holidays, so freight's starting to move a lot more. That's what I'm noticing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
probably what the uptick is, to be honest with you.
All right. What do you think, Highway Junkies?
I don't know. I'm stuck in California, so
Well, do you think it's better, worse, the same?
it hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed for you? All
For me,
right. Well, I will tell you, I'm a company guy, and I don't know. It's hard for me to talk about the spot market or the market in general, but all I know is, as a company guy, the last month and a half, things have picked up drastically to the point where they're running me down to every second I got left. And not that I mind, that's money in my pocket, but I'm just saying, before there was times I'd sit for a day with nothing going on. So I think from my end, it looks like the market's getting better. Bait kind of agrees. So let me
Well,
know in the comment section. You guys think the market's actually getting better out there?
well, I mean, that's kind of the deal. Is you and I both run dry freight, and those two down below us there run reefer, so
That's
a little
true.
bit
That's true.
different.
And Seven
so we
Seas is
run two
talking.
different types of reefer, though. I have to
And
wait on chicken.
wait on chicken. Well, chicken's a year-round thing anyway. Um, Seven Seas
I
says
can.
Halloween candy has to go out. Had to go out at least 2 weeks ago. Well, for people that run dry van, I run LTL. Nothing to do with candy at all, so I wouldn't see that. But the reefer guys might. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we've hauled a lot of candy already. Not me in
Yeah,
particular, but contractors that are leased on where I'm at. I know some of them, and yeah, they're picking up candy loads that we're paying pretty well.
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, October's right around the corner, so
Not
all
me. I'm
right.
staying away from the candy right now. I got to.
My busy time will be around before Thanksgiving for turkeys and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, I do LTL, so it's has nothing to do with food. I'm mostly drive in, drop in hook stuff, so it's easy stuff. So I'm gonna play this a little different than Boss Man. Boss Man normally asks all the questions, and we gotta give him all the answers. So tonight we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna do a round table. So Frank, ask a question. Any question?
Well, any question?
Yep.
Can John walk 5 miles into town?
All right, I'm about ready to kick him off the stage already. Yes, yes. John could walk 5 miles into town on his hands backwards, but I'm not going to because I don't need to. All right. Okay, you don't have any real questions. How about you, Pete? You got a real question?
Well, yeah, kinda.
Okay, what's up?
And it's for people that have been in trucking. Like, what do you want out of trucking? You know, a lot of people seem to think being an owner operator is all that, owning your own equipment, being a carrier. You know, a lot of people that are company drivers have ideas of wanting to move into ownership. And I'm just like, what do you guys want to get out of trucking? Like, what is trucking to you guys?
Who wants to take that first? Who are you calling out first, right?
I'll do you first.
Do me? All right. All right. Well, trucking is something I've always wanted to do my entire life. And I didn't know whether I'd like it or not, but it was something I wanted to get to. And I finally got to do it. I got my license. At first, it was all about learning about trucking. Still is. But as my life has progressed, even before I was a trucker, I'm never happy at one level. I want to move up. I want to move up. I want to move up. So I'm rushed from, company guy into a lease contract with my original carrier and didn't like that. So I went to regional with the same carrier. Then I eventually became an owner operator under DIY. love that. Unfortunately, there were a lot of things that didn't go well there. So I'm back to company again. But honestly, I'm looking to owner op again. And who knows? Maybe I'll have an authority someday. Maybe I won't even be in trucking. I'll just do trucking type content. Who knows? All I know is I like trucking. I like the environment. I like the people. I like the everything about trucking. Like trucking is one of those unique industries that just either you love it or you hate it. And trust me, there are plenty of people that hate it, but I like the idea that each and every one of us play a part in our society, like a very vital part of our society. And to me, that's an important thing. So, how about you, Frank?
Oh, I thought he was supposed to pick them, but that's okay.
Oh,
I'll go.
sorry, Pate. Who's next? Pate,
Yeah.
who's next? What I do? Make you fall asleep? Jeez, I wasn't that boring. Oh my goodness.
No, I muted my mic because I'm driving on a really bumpy road and I don't want it echoing or making a bunch of noise. Frank,
right.
go ahead.
All right. Basically, what I see is I enjoy being in the trucking industry because I started out because I like to be able to see things new. I like to be able to drive. I've always loved driving. And another reason I like doing it is because I know that by me doing so, I'm able to get people's goods to where it needs to be so that families are fed or clothes are there for them and things like that. That's one of the biggest reasons I do it.
Okay.
How about you, little John?
Hold on.
Hold on. We're live. There is no holding on live, man. Come on.
Now, I got into driving a truck when I was about 6 years old. I used to sit and watch them driving in and out of the coal mines because we lived next to one. And I still love it today, 23 years later. So
Awesome. So it's just something you love to do.
now, whether I own a truck or company, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, right now I'm trying to buy a truck, but
All right.
Interesting.
How about you, Pete?
So I got into trucking because I was failing out of college. That's the truth. I wish that I knew how to do something else. Every job that I've ever had has involved this industry, whether I was a driver, a dispatcher, back to a driver, back to, the office side of management. I wish I could have at least tried what I wanted to do in life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because now I don't want to say I'm stuck because stuck makes it sound like it's something bad. This is what I do. Like I'm a trucker. I own equipment and I try and do the very best job I can do. I'm not like
Awesome.
Frank. I don't think about the families needing their food or anything like that. Um, I more or less am when I think about what I do, I'm very business orientated. So I'm very like self gratification mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
What
know. I
what
get it.
works for me?
I get it. The
Well,
reason.
I mean, you're a business owner too, so that's a little bit of a difference. I mean, I'm mainly out here because I'm a company driver, just making extra money and living and stuff. So it's a hobby to me more than anything.
Oh no, I think what you said was really cool. I'm not knocking what you said. I wish, the days that I really disliked trucking, maybe if I thought about that, I would, you know, put a little smile on my face or something like that. If
Well,
that makes sense.
I'll tell you why I said that similar thing when I was talking because I used to work for a vending company filling vending machines. And not that that's not an important job. I guess, people need their snacks on break or whatever. But I just felt like I wasn't contributing to society. I just felt like my job wasn't important. If I disappeared tomorrow, then, if vending disappeared tomorrow, then people would live. Like, it's not that big of a deal. in trucking, I feel like if we all disappeared, it would create chaos in our country. Not that we're the most important things out there. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying we're a vital part of our society. So I feel like I'm contributing to society more as a truck driver. So that's along the same lines as what Frank was saying. So, but now LJ, before I come to you for your question, I'm gonna give you a little time to think about it. Sevens, he says, who's winning the weight loss challenge? All right, well, as you can see, I'm getting much thinner. Last I knew, the last update, the new update should be coming out tomorrow night or Friday morning. But last I knew, and Grumpy's will come out on Saturday. But last I knew, Grumpy was leading by zero point 0.2 of a pound over me, and then Tom was behind us by what, a pound and roughly a half. So that's where we are right now. But a little birdie told me that Tom's been dropping weight pretty quickly, and so has this grumpy guy over here. So I don't know. I might be coming up on last this week. You won't know until we get to some video updates coming out in a couple days. So
I heard
anything you want to?
midlife blew away in the wind today. I was talking to him, and all of a sudden he disappeared. He told me, "Yeah, I blew away. I've lost so much weight. I'm destroying driving with John."
Yeah, yeah. He made a video the other day. He at one point he referred to Grumpy over here as a casualty. Well, Grumpy in the first week blew both of us away. So in the next video, he says, okay, he's no longer a casualty, but he's going to be end up being a victim to my victory. And I was like, oh my goodness, I just can't wait to beat both of them. I just can't. Like, honestly, guys, anybody watching this, neither one of them have a real shot. I'm just letting them think they do. We'll just keep watching. Watch our
Really?
videos. You'll see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah,
All right.
100%. 100%.
Okay.
I don't think you're casualties or victims. I just think that y'all are goofing around getting a competition you don't belong in. So
Sure. All right. We'll go with that. Yeah. See, somebody that called me a casualty, look what happened. Now you're giving me a bigger challenge. All right.
I'm not giving you a challenge. I'm just telling the truth. Poet says, I can't walk a single mile. No, but I bet you can drive a few million. Trucking is white line fever. To some guys, it is definitely. Shannon Thomas Trucking says, hi, everyone. Sevens, he says, you guys are giving the church answers, LOL. Yeah, we're being nice right now, but don't worry, that'll stop pretty soon here. Shannon Thomas Trucking says, I truck because everything else sucks. Yeah. All right. Poet says, you sound like me a lot, Scott.
Yeah.
Just a couple years between the two, though, for sure. Cheap Rate Hauler says, good evening, everybody. And hi, thanks to Shannon. Congratulations on your weight loss, guys. Hey, well, we're not there yet. I think the last count at the end of last week was I had lost 7.2. Midlife was at 6, and I think you were at what, 7.6?
I think so. I'd have,
7
to,
point,
I'd
yeah.
have to go back.
You had me by a couple ounces, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta let them think they're winning, so they let up their guard, and then you go whoosh, right by them. So, Cheap Ray Holler says currently work around the Love's Raceway. Where's Love's Raceway? Do you guys know where Love's Raceway is?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Mr. Okie. He just shrugged his shoulders.
I know Love's was started here, founded here, but how did I know that?
And then
City.
Poet says, I'm winning. I gained 4 pounds. Poet, you're going the wrong way, man. You're going the wrrong way.
Actually, it would be between him and Boss Man.
Yeah, no kidding. Boss Man's trying to put on weight right now. So LJ, I bought you some time. You got a question for us? Serious, joking, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's off of what Faye was going off of. What was your all-time dream job besides truck driving?
Who are you starting with?
Anyone could go first. It don't matter.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I was a little kid playing in the dirt, I used to tell my mom and dad that I wanted to be a cowboy. So I always joke around and say, now I'm a cowboy of the asphalt. So I guess I got my dream.
Good
But
point.
yep, that was kind of my that was always my thing as a kid. I wanted to be a cowboy. So how about you, Grumpy?
Pretty much, my dream job when I was growing up was, well, actually, I'll be honest with you. When I was younger, we used to have these older machines that went around cleaning our streets a long time ago, and I always thought they were kind of cool. So I wanted to be a street cleaner. And then as I got older and realized that I could be a truck driver, I chose that truck driving was something I wanted to do because it had more interest. But I also wanted to be able to do being a train engineer, and I wanted to try to be a pilot, but my health is neither good enough to try to do that kind of stuff. So I'll just stick with driving.
All right. How about you, Pate?
Well, I guess like dream. I wanted to be a hockey player.
I knew
Um,
that was coming.
you know that was my dream, and I pursued that dream for as long as I could. Um, up into my 20s. Um, but I really wanted to be I wanted to work in law enforcement. I wanted to be a police officer or work in the corrections field. That's what I really wanted to do. Um, and I was in school for it. I just at that time I wasn't I wasn't disciplined enough to do the necessary requirements, and then when I got
Wait,
into trucking,
I didn't know you went to school to be a police officer.
yeah,
Oh my goodness, you and I have that in common. So did I. Huh? Interesting. I did not know that.
yeah, I went to school for criminal justice,
Me too.
but I also was getting a minor in business because St. Paul, I had to get in the St. Paul Police Department, and he had told me, because I'm already in school for criminal justice, he said stay on that track, but also like minor in business or finance to like catch white collar crimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, I actually originally went into criminal justice after high school, because I wanted to become a narcotics officer, believe it or not. And then I tried out for the New York State Police three
Hey,
times, and I missed it by a point or two each time. Yeah.
no, no,
What?
no, no,
What do you mean no?
Nobody could take you seriously to be a cop.
no,
Oh no no
no,
no.
no.
I was a different person than I am now. So
uh,
life has beat me up, and now I've decided to just laugh at it now. Cheap Rate Hauler says, no, I get it. Loves racetrack. He's at a Loves truck stop, and people are walking around the lot, and people
Oh,
are racing in and out. That's what he's talking about. And
uh,
poet, you dared me to show this. I've been showing that for the last 10 minutes. So, ha. Um, Cheap Rate Hauler says, quickest weight loss I've ever had was 18 pounds in 5 days. I had a kidney stone though.
darn.
Not wouldn't
Ouch.
recommend it. Yeah, I was wondering, 18 pounds in 5 days. There's a surgery involved there.
Yeah,
So,
I've had kidney
um,
stones. They're no fun.
oh, look at that. Boss Man's in the house. How you doing, Boss Man? Says hi to you, everyone. Boss Man's in the house. Better late than never. Hey, you're welcome to join us if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I get it. Maybe you can enjoy the night off and just not have to be in front of a camera all the time. um, Cheap Ray Holler says, good evening, Pate. Didn't know you were here. Couldn't see you because of the chat. Yeah, that's the thing about the vertical. Sometimes the chat gets kind of or the screen gets kind of miniaturized. But yeah, he's down there in the corner right over there. So
Good evening, sir.
yeah. Poet says, besides truck driving, not bear. Okay, poet, put it in the comment section. Besides truck driving, what did you ever want to do? If you can remember, I know that was a long time ago. Shannon Thomas Truckin says, my dream job was to be a sports medicine physical therapist. I think that was a very, very, very popular thing when I was growing up because everybody wanted to do that when I was growing up. So,
My cousin is.
oh yeah, hmm.
Professional sports team.
Oh, you're breaking up on us there a little bit, Pete. I heard your cousin was, and I said something about a sports team. But poet says, ever since I was a toddler. In other words, he wanted to be a trucker ever since you wanted to be a toddler. Now, guys, we have another guest in the house. We're going to go ahead and bring him in here, guys. If you want to be mean to him, go ahead, have a good time. Boss man, oh, we lost Pete. Man, you scared Pete away. What the heck did you do?
I guess I have that effect on people, don't I?
I thought he had a full-length beard since the last time we were on live.
Well, he probably does. He's probably aged about 10 years in the last couple of days.
10 years at least in the last 6 hours, anyway. Tell you what.
Well, you know what they say, right? That's trucking.
That's trucking, yeah. I
That's
coined
right.
that phrase, didn't I? Yeah.
I told everybody you had some trucking confusion today, so the show wasn't possible. I don't know if you saw my thumbnail, but it's kind of like a thumbing my nose at you a little bit there.
I saw that. You're allowed only because you're King John. So that's you're allowed.
I ain't nobody's king, man. I ain't nobody's king.
I'm sure I'll remember that.
Don't worry, my friend. I've got something in store for you too, my friend.
Oh no.
I'm sure Pate will be jumping back in when his signal gets a little bit better. Cheap Ray Hauler says, I wanted to do car audio installations. Oh, see, in the 80s and 90s, that was the bomb. I don't know how old you are, Ray Hauler, but I'm guessing you're probably in, my generation, because that was like everybody's thing. Oh, man, you had to have the best stereo. When I was in high school, good thing. Good thing, because it's about dead now. Yeah, I agree with you, Pray Hauler.
Huh? Didn't rock my car as it was driving down the road. It wasn't good enough.
Yeah. Oh, mine wasn't about loud. Mine had to be clear, crystal clear, the best quality sound ever. The best speakers, the best sound system, all of the above. Yep. So, Honeybee says, dream job was to become an auctioneer like my dad. Oh, that's kind of a cool dream. Man. Yeah, I can't auction at all. If I tried to, I'd just trip over my tongue and fall down.
I can't even take it, man, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know. That takes some real talent. It does. Try to do it sometime, man.
You have to be certified to do that too.
Do you?
Yes.
I wonder what that exam's like. You got to say like 1,000 words per second or something? Pretty much?
I got a good friend that's an auctioneer.
Yeah. Just make it
They have a video of people going through schooling to do it on YouTube.
Wow. Poet says his daughter has a degree in criminal justice, and she works for the RCMP. Now, I'm not from Canadian. I'm not a Canuck, and I have no clue what they... What is it?
Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Oh, wow. Don't screw with Poet. He'll send his daughter after you. Whew. You're good with me, Poet. Sorry for picking on you earlier. Won't do it again.
Hell, you won't.
Poet says, hi, boss man. Cheap Ray Hauler says, I
want to take a moment to say hi to Poet. I also want to thank 7Cs. I noticed just before coming on your live, he subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much, my friend.
Cheap Ray Hauler says he's 43 and he grew up in the 90s. Yeah, see, that makes sense. I don't know about the 90s were the best. They were really good. They were. I was more like end of 80s and all of the 90s pretty much. That was my heyday. So I'd say the end of the 80s and the beginning and most of the 90s. I agree. It got kind of crazy in the early 80s and the 2000s. Forget about it. So, Dan Thomas Truckin says auctioneers are awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I have trouble saying 3 words, let alone that many. Um, welcome to Trucking 101. Trucking,
I don't know.
trucking.
Sometimes when Grumpy gets on a roll, he could sound like one too every once in a while.
He can, but then he starts laughing and he can't say anything. So auctioneers have to be able to talk. I mean, honestly, a good way to mute him is tell him a joke, and then he'll just never stop laughing. And by the time you're done, the conversation's over. He didn't hear it. He was too busy laughing his butt off. So, yeah. There he goes. Oh, crap. How do we turn him off? Oh, no. There he goes. Guys, tell me in the comment section, is that like the funniest laugh you've ever heard? You can't help but smile when you hear that laugh. I'm just saying. So, oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna mute him for a second so I can read a comment here.
The real life actor that played Pigpen in the Convoy movie. If somebody knows who that is, put it in the comments. That's who he sounds like. That's who he
Burt
sounds
Young.
like.
Burt Young.
Burt Young. There you go.
All right, he stopped laughing, so I'll bring him back. Cheap Freight Hauler says, oh my goodness, never mind. He was just catching a breath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cheap Freight Hauler says, I still have to have a good sound system. Bought a brand new Kenworth and ripped out the factory speakers and replaced it with quality stuff. 12-inch subwoofer, thinking I need 3 more subs now. Yeah. Well, a little different conversation, but we're all looking for subs. You know what I mean? I'm just joking. Anybody that does YouTube gets that joke.
Oh yeah.
7C says, I had subbed to TMC a long time ago. I didn't know that I did an unsub. Fat fingers, I guess. Hey, no worries, man. No worries. Just don't ever unsub from me, because dude, I owe you so much. I can't explain why right now, but in the future, people will understand. I owe you so much right now. Poet says National Police. He meant police, but I'm picking on the waist. Police.
I think he was referring to his KC or the Canadian RC.
Yeah.
Oh, Grumpy's not muted anymore. He stopped laughing. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, crap. Does he come with an off button? Does anybody know that? Somebody please tell me how to turn the man off.
You notice how his shirt jiggles when he laughs?
I don't know. I'm not looking at him. I'm seriously not going to look at him. Poet says try for the 60s. Dude, I wouldn't make it in the 60s. There's too much loving and substances going on.
I was born in the wrong era.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, I do too. I think I should have been born in like the 30s or 40s, honestly. Fate Truckin' says, boom! See, he goes boom, but I go boom! I do it better than he does, so, yeah. Sorry, Fate.
No, you're just a dud.
Come up with a new line. Really? I'm the dud? Mr. Toasted Cinnamon Acorns over there. I'm the dud. All right. You keep going with your bad self. He says BJ, middle finger emoji. I don't know. Who's BJ?
I don't know.
I don't know. Grumpy's laugh will help him lose 10 more pounds. It looks exhausting. We were actually talking about that today. He said, you know what? My secret weapon is you, John. You know why? Because you make me laugh so hard. I'll lose weight. I said, but what you don't know is my secret weapon is you. Because the more I have to think to come up with funny things to make you laugh, guess what? Burns energy. So together we're burning a lot of weight, but in the end he'll still lose. So
it's real easy for this guy to lose weight. Because all he's got to do is get on the phone with us and only walk 4 miles, but claim that he walked 5
Oh yeah, I know.
I sent you a screenshot. It was
It's pro-
4.9.
It's probably 8 miles by now. You know, as the night went on,
Yeah,
it started at
4.9.
4, then 4.1, then 4.9. It's probably up to 8 or 9 miles
Thank
by
you,
now.
Josh. Thank you. That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
proof.
Yeah. Fate Trucking says, like your whole channel, just take just take others' work. Well, you know what? If they did it right, I wouldn't have to. Just saying. Fate, you know what? Screw you.
That takes no. He's right. Because what you do, John, takes talent, takes skill. It's an art, man. You got to move it and you got to get it done. Show them how it's done. Good point, Fate. Like your way of thinking, my friend.
I'm not sure whether to be flattered or insulted right now. I'm so confused.
Hey, you spend your life on the fence. Why let my comment bother you, dude?
I spend my life on the fence. Now what are you accusing me of? What the heck? There's no fence up my butt. I promise you.
You know,
That guy over there's got acorns up his butt, though.
I promised my wife I'd come up here, have some fun, and stir up some crap. I've officially lived up to my promise to her.
You ain't stirred nothing yet. He has not fulfilled his promise. So don't let him believe he has. There's no crap stirred yet. Nah, there's no crap stirred yet. You barely even blew a little wind.
It was just a fart in a whirlwind.
That's right. You beat me to it, man. Basically, you just did like a low fart, man. That wasn't even a manly fart. Guys, people coming in for Truckin' City media content, I do apologize. It couldn't happen tonight, but we decided to come on here and go around and have some fun. Boss Man over there, Boss Man, had a little trucking confusion today, but now he's unconfused, and now he's joining us on here. So I appreciate you joining in, Boss Man. So earlier we went around the table and we asked each other questions. Could be serious, could be a joke. And you are the man that has a skill with words, so it's your turn to ask us a question.
Oh, okay.
And you pick who goes first.
Yeah, and you pick what order we answered in. But we all have to answer the same question.
Oh.
Wait a minute, Boss Man didn't answer my question.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. He has to answer our question. I forget what mine was. Can anybody tell me what my question was? I remember what it was. Boss Man. So you're going to go around and answer ours first, and while we're doing that, you can come up with your own in your head. So my question was, Boss Man, do you think the market's getting better? Because in my opinion, I think it is. What do you think?
Honestly, I think it has to. Because one damn thing's for sure, it can't get any worse. I mean, you look around and you see how bad things are for everybody except for Fate Trucking. It's a wonder any of us have room to survive out here. But I mean, we're worse now than we ever were in terms of levels prior to 2020. So we got nowhere to go but up. The old saying is, where do you go from once you hit rock bottom? Up. So yes, I think the market's getting better.
While Frank's trying to remember, he's got to rattle those acorns around. Remember what his question was.
I know what mine was.
Poet says Big John ? As in driving with John ? Yeah, I question who I am every day. Don't feel bad if you do it too. I understand, Poet. Cheap Ray Holler says, "Oh, it can get worse." Well. You don't really want to know the answer to that question. Trucking could always get worse, but I believe it's getting better.
I assume Cheap Freyholder's been around and remembers 08. I know I wasn't in the market. I wasn't in the market at 08, but I understand it was a lot worse than we're currently.
Oh, that's what he's saying. Oh, it can get worse. Not it can get worse. Okay, I worded it as a question. He meant it as a statement. Yes, it can get much worse. So, all right, Frank, what was your question for Boss Man?
Well, mine was simple. I mean, mine was basically, do you believe John can walk 5 miles in one day? All at once.
I don't believe you can walk 5 miles in one day.
I sent the screenshot. Come on.
You know what I told him?
Yes, I do believe you can do it.
Did you hear what I told him? Were you on the live yet?
No, what?
I said, yeah, I can walk 5 miles. I can walk 5 miles on my arms backwards, but I don't want to.
On your arms backwards. You did it while driving last night.
That's right. That's right. I did it while driving. What the heck? That's not hard.
See, John can multitask.
That's right. I can multitask.
Yeah.
And what was your question, LJ?
What did you want to do before you got into truck driving? What was your dream job?
Oh, that's right.
Well,
I bet you I know this one.
I can't really relate to the dream job, but I can tell you I did what I wanted, and that was I was the boss man for 26 years. I was a boss man of a transportation company. If I had a choice of a dream job, however, I would have gone into broadcasting. Ta-da!
There you go.
I mean, I got that gift of gab. I just I'm not being conceited. That's just what everybody tells me. So I mean, if that was an ideal job available, I would have done it. So
wow.
There you go.
All right, so we got some new comments. Let me jump down through here. Lori says hi. Yeah, he's not stirring up enough trouble. He didn't honor what he said to you yet. All right. Cheap freight hauler. I was a company driver hauling fuel in 08, but I've been doing okay in this market.
Okay. I'm I'm officially mad right now.
Boo-hoo, get over it.
No, because she said, and I quote, I've been told I shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. And look at that. Look at that comment.
I
lost 10 pounds.
Can you believe I lost 10 pounds since this started? Yes, I can believe that. Unfortunately, you didn't put your hat in the ring, but it's not too late. You can if you want to. We'll allow you back in. But you're not starting 10 pounds under. That's not fair.
No.
You start at 0.0 wherever you are right now. I'm not taking a 3-point loss already. No way. All right. 7C says I've been blessed.
But I will acknowledge she's done a great job.
I got to point this comment out because I'm telling you right now, I'm sure she has done a great job. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I got to point this comment out because I knew this about him already, and I think in trucking, the more versatile you are, the better off you are. I believe that, and he proves it. He said, I've been blessed. I haul whatever is paying well. Here, I have a tanker, a step deck, and now I'm doing a hopper bottom. Market seems to do well with versatility. I 100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. The only thing you need is a reefer and a dry box, and you got everything covered. Like, you could just be pretty much whatever you want, I can do it for you, guy. So
true statement if I ever heard one.
I don't know if I can say that on YouTube. The market is fornicated?
Yeah, you can say it. It's safe.
Okay.
I guess California.
I guess fornication is okay on YouTube. I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying there, though. That was good code. Good code. Yeah. Laura, I'm messing with you. All right. Cheap freight hauler. Why do I keep doing that? I do apologize, man. Hats off to you, boss, man. I was transporting manager of 12 trucks, a 12 truck fuel company. Did it for 4 years and Reread it.
Yeah.
Hats off to you, boss man. Yep. I was transportation manager of a 12 truck. That's what I said.
No, you did not.
That is what I said. What did I say? What did I say?
Transport. You said transport.
Transport manager.
Man, you need to stop on those toothpicks, man. I'm telling you, they're not doing good by you. I said transportation manager of 12 Trucking Company.
The second
Did it
time
for
you read it,
did it for 4 years, and I'm still traumatized from it. I'm sure you are.
Actually, to use your term, Chief Hauler, I was blessed. And the reason I say that is because I was given an awesome opportunity. I hope one day the man decides to watch my channel so he can hear me say this. I was given an awesome opportunity by a nice Canadian. And yes, poet, there are those out there. This man was like a father to me. Taught me everything I needed to know, gave me a clean slate and everything I needed to work with. 70 taxis, a budget truck rental company, 4 limousines, over 100 drivers, 6 dispatchers. And that was one of the best jobs I ever had. The only reason I stopped working there was because he sold the company and gave it to somebody else who had not a damn clue what he was doing. So that's why I got into trucking. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. So, like you, I was blessed as well.
He says dealing with truck drivers is poop. Yes, I can see that because truck drivers, truck drivers go one of two ways. They're either grumpy as heck, or old and ornery, or carefree, like me and this guy down here. So like that's the two choices you get. You either grumpy, ornery, or carefree. So yeah, I can believe someone are a pain in the butt. I can believe that 100%. So
over there.
Poet says I can multitask too. Talk and yep, I'm sure you can. She said, I know. Hi. All right. 7C says, by the way, I'm down to 16 pounds today. 14 days. Well, it's only been 13 days, 7Cs. So you need to take a couple pounds off. You probably lost that on the last day of July. All right. I can't have you leading me by too much. Yeah, I knew 7Cs was doing well. At least I'm pretty sure it's him. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. 7Cs, put it down in the comment section. On YouTube, you go by 2 different names. You don't have to tell me the 2 names. Maybe it's a secret. Just say yes or no. But I think there's another guy that watches my channel, and I think it's you, but under a different name. Am I right or am I wrong? Say yes or no in the comment section. If so, then yeah, I knew you were lost. I'd lost a bunch. Poet says, I'm going to gain another pound by tomorrow. Poet, you're going the wrong way, man. When you join the Daytona 500 and everybody's turning left and you're turning right, it's probably not a good sign.
I think it's because him and Boss Man are in competition.
Thank you. I was just about to say that. I think where his build is concerned, he's too close to me. If he's probably like me, if the wind blows, the man would get lost in the current. So he wants to gain, he can gain.
Huh. Well, see, like I said, it's like you two are on trying to race in the Daytona 500, and we're all taking lefts, and you guys are taking rights. It just doesn't make much sense. So, 7C says.
So why not
7C
try going
says.
the opposite way?
What'd you say?
Someone's got to win, so why not try going the opposite way?
That's true. That's true. Hey, it might cause a head-on collision. If I can get a video.
If you take out the whole field, then one of those two will win.
7C says no. This is his only channel. Well, that's weird because I'll tell you later. When we're not on YouTube, I'll tell you why I said that. Somebody I think is trying to clone you. I'm not going to say anything else. I'll tell you off of YouTube. Nothing dangerous. Maybe it's just another guy with a very similar name. Could be wrong. I don't know. And if you're watching, Mystery Dude, you know who you are. Comment down below. So, but yeah. So, oh man. So now that all of us got to ask our questions, Bossman, what's your question?
Other than truck driving, what would the 3 of you consider the best job in transportation?
Okay, that's a boring question.
No, it's not.
I'm
No,
sorry.
because you've got to
You're the
think
boss
outside.
man. I want you to bring
You've got to think
down the
outside
house.
the box. You've got to think outside the box.
I'm
Think.
expecting like I'm expecting something like, are you gonna help train ghosts to become truck drivers and make Mexico pay for it or something? Come on.
Are
You
there
can
three
do
people?
better.
Are there 3 people
Huh?
other than
Excuse-
me? Are there 3 people?
No, there's
I
4
see-
of us here.
I see 4 of us. Okay. Boss man, you might be a little tired, man.
He said out of just not including him, how many others are in here?
Well, let me count them out here real quick. Let me see. Looks like 1 to me. I don't know. Can you guys count that high? Because looks like 1 to me. Oh, Bait Trucking says, I just hit 2 deer. Ouch. Ouch. Are you okay? Are you okay, Bait? Seriously? I know we were joking around having fun on here, but Bait just hit 2 deer, he said. And I don't know if I hope he's joking. I hope he didn't really hit 2 deer because that poor truck has taken a beating.
Yeah, seriously. That would seriously be it.
You hear it here first on Driving with John. Bait Trucking hit 2 deer tonight. Guys, everybody keep their eyes open for that because my goodness, that is one of my fears, honestly. I hit a few deer when I first started driving in truck in Iowa. And I'll tell you right now, Iowa deer are no joke. Those things are huge. And they will screw up your truck. So
They will.
Bad enough you were finding bats in the belfries last night.
And last time I remember seeing Pate's truck, he doesn't have a landscape bumper or whatever that is, the wildlife bumper. He's just got the regular
a brush guard. Yeah, he doesn't have a brush guard. Yeah, and his problem is he hasn't even fixed when the other guy hit him. So now his truck's going to look real beat up, man. Whew, I hope his insurance will help him out there. Poet says, Yeast have no idea how much this means to me.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Read
I'm
the
lost.
comment before that.
Okay, Poet,
Here,
I'm going to say this
explain it.
respectfully as possible. I don't speak Canadian. Can you put it in American for me, please?
go back up
I would really appreciate that. Huh?
Go back up 2 comments.
Go back up 2 comments.
Because what he's talking about is that comment.
Oh, I missed it. Oh,
Yeah.
the deer. I jumped over because of the deer. I'm sorry, Poet. So you guys, I'm going to share what's been on my mind the last couple of days. My chosen family has increased by 4 in the last 5 days. My chosen family 6 means more to me than my blood family. Well, I don't know who those chosen people are, but there are some lucky people. I'm just saying. Anybody to have you call them family, and you're like salute to you, like trucking royalty or something. So kudos to you, man. Kudos to you.
Well, I can kind of
Always-
relate to what he's talking about because I was talking about that with the man that hired me in the transportation company. That's exactly the way I felt about him, and coming from you, Poet, that sounds good. I thank you. I really do.
Yeah. 7C says that international truck can't get a break. Yes. Fate Trucking said that for sure. His truck has been beat up to heck. My first day driving a semi? Question mark? No. Okay. I know you're getting up there in years, but you've been driving like 90,000 years.
He's probably responding to the question I asked you guys, which y'all kind of blew away. But
Oh, you mean the dumb question? I told you to come up with a better one?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's replying to.
Come on, boss man. You got word poetry coming out your butt. You can come up with a better question. I'm holding you to a higher standard, man. Now think about it while I'm doing this. Pay Trucking says, hit the side of the truck and the trailer. Ooh. Man, you know what sucks about that is Pay owns the truck and the trailer. So that's all on him. Man, I hope his insurance helps him out with that. That's crazy. Man. And again, you heard it here first on Driving with John. Breaking news. Breaking news. Look at that. I'm breaking news, Trucking City Media. What do you think of that? Yeah.
You're breaking news. I'm the one with the graphics. You're breaking news. Ugh.
I'm breaking news. I break everything I go around. I mean, yeah. Poet says, I'm chopped liver now? No, you're not chopped liver. You're awesome,
No.
dude. You're like trucking royalty. No joke.
Exactly.
100%. He says, come try a Canadian moose. Dude, if you hit a Canadian moose, you're done driving that day. Your truck is destroyed. There is no continuing on. Now, someone was telling me a story. I don't know who it was. Who's telling me that story about? Was that you? Tell the story right now. This is the perfect time for it.
The first year I started driving, I was out in Montana, and there was a pack. I don't know if they're packs or what, but there was 3 moose on the highway, and
It's a herd.
the traffic stopped. And the guy sitting next to me decided to blow his air horn, which is a no-no. And not only did the moose attack his truck, but it also tore my truck up too.
Wow. Dang.
Do you know why that's a no-no?
Because it's a sign of aggression to the moose.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure Poet could tell us about that.
Oh, yeah.
Now he says, back up one comment.
He's talking
Okay.
about back when we were talking about his family comment.
Well, hang on a second. He said, back up one comment. So watch this. Come try Canadian moose. Back up one comment. Come try Canadian moose. Back up one comment. Come try Canadian moose. I'm doing what he said. I'm just doing what he said, man.
I don't want to try Canadian moose.
I
They're
mean,
probably tough.
no. I mean, if you cook it well, everything tastes good. I'm just saying. So,
John, you ain't
you-
right, bro.
you, BJ, are part of it.
Oh, I know
Oh,
what he's
BJ
talking
is
about.
Big John. Oh. Okay, he was referring to me earlier. I'm like, who's
He's
BJ?
referring to his family contact. Comment.
Guys, I'm driving with John. The only reason why they call me Big John right now is because the guy down below, his nickname is Little John. And so to tell the difference, they call Big John Little John. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm 6'3" and he's like 5'5", 5'6", 5'7". I don't know.
Call me Larry.
Okay. This is Larry down here. This is Mo, and that's Curly. All right. So
You had to open that up, LJ. You had to do that. You don't remember. You give this man 1 inch and he'll take a mile.
he just pointed at Frank. Or I mean at Grumpy. He says you give him an inch, he'll take a mile. No, he'll tell you it's 10 miles, but it'll only be a mile. So.
Okay? See what I'm talking about?
7C says, I got a question for Boss Man. Just curious on why he chooses to be an OTR when NC logistically has such diversity. Huh? All right, that's up to you, Boss Man.
2 answers to that question. 1, technically I'm OTR. Theoretically, I'm not. The explanation to that, I'll put out on my vlog channel in due time, because I don't want to ruin a good video series I'm starting.
Peekaboo.
All right.
Second
As soon as
answer
Boss
to that,
Man's done talking, hang on.
soon as that's done, everybody will know what's going on. The second answer to that question is, I've only been in North Carolina a very short time, so the diversity thing, haven't really thought about. Good point, my friend. Fate, I hope your truck survived. I really do.
Dude, Faye, I'm going to give you the floor for a second because I need to hear the story. All right,
I'm
it's all
good.
you, man.
Truck's good. Truck's good. Just got hair and blood on it.
right.
Trailer's
No,
trailer's fine too.
Lansing blow.
Yeah,
No-
I shouldn't have said
No damage?
I hit deers. They hit me.
Yeah,
No,
that's what it sounded like.
no damage.
Did you get their insurance company
that I
information?
can? Yeah, right. It's dark out where I am though, so I'll have to wait till the morning to get a better look. I just,
Wow. Yeah.
The
Had a
only
similar
one that
thing
has any
happen-
daylight is Little John.
had a similar thing happen. Believe it or not, a similar thing happened to me in a rental car coming down from New York when we last went to New York. In that car, we're coming down 95, and just out of nowhere, deer actually almost ran into the car in front of us. They slam on the brake. I swerved to the hammer lane to avoid the car, stopping. And the deer manages to cross the car and bounce off the passenger door of the rental car I was driving. Same thing, just blood and guts.
So we got a couple of comments I want to go over here, and they directly relate to all of this. Cheap Ray Holler says, back at the fuel company, I had a driver who was constantly hitting deer. I asked him once, what did he do when he saw a deer feeding on the shoulder? He said, blow his air horn.
Oh, that works well.
Yeah.
Answered the question.
I was like, quit doing that. Yeah, I'm sure that's what you said. There was probably some other words in there too, but
yeah.
I'm sure that's what you said. And then Poet says, because moose are very gentle, nice animals, and do not blow your air horn at them because they are so nice and gentle.
what?
Long story.
Wait a minute here. So I'm from northern Minnesota, not far south of I grew up south of Canada, but not that far away. And we had moose where I grew up. They are not nice animals.
I'm
They
joking. Okay, Pate. Before you get into this, read the comment that's right up there.
I can't read the comment. It's way too small because moose are. Oh,
It's not
Well,
good
we'll
for
just
you.
tell you it
There you
has
go.
$ symbols in it. Okay.
Okay. I was trying to be YouTube sensitive, but yes, they're not nice. You make them mad and you'll know it. Trust me. And they're much bigger
you don't
than
even
you are.
have to make them mad.
Yeah.
You
I
have
like
to.
this
You have
comment.
to
I like
walk in
this
their
one.
territory,
Yeah.
and
yep.
they're pissed.
Now, Seven Seas has a very important question for you, Pate Trucking. Did those deer speak English?
I didn't get out and talk to them.
Oh, horrible. You can get out and talk to them? Oh,
You at
man.
least ask them out on a date.
I drove about-
You actually ran into them on the road. At least ask them out on a date.
Was that like a wham bam thank you ma'am or what? Jeez.
I drove about a mile further up the road and pulled over because I heard something and I thought maybe one of them was like stuck in between the tires or in between the trailer and truck.
Yeah.
So I pulled over and looked at everything. I got to look at my generator because they
So
the one hit like they ran into me, almost the back of the fairing, hit the back of the fairing, and the other one ran like right into the trailer. So
Wow.
I got
one you unalived, the other one you gave a really bad headache to. Okay.
no, they're both dead.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, they're
Without
both
a doubt.
dead.
I'll
As
see
long
them
as
in the
it's-
morning.
As long as it's before the tires, I guarantee they're dead.
The tires don't get them, landing your will.
All right, boss man. I could have some fun with this one, but I'll let you have some fun with this one. There you go, right there.
And I'm I can't read that.
Median.
Small.
Median to median, yeah.
You can see the comments down below, can't you?
They're the same
Not
size.
in
I can't read
StreamYard.
either one of them. Yeah.
What are you, blind? Oh man, I forgot how old he was. I'm sorry, boss man. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. Jeez.
No, it's small print. I can't see it. Damn. You got to remember, my StreamYard's set up differently than yours is. And you do vertical. I don't. I do long form.
And he's also, he's also old, guys. Sorry, I don't mean to beat up on the elderly guy. Sorry
You
about
also
that.
get more people on your lives, boss man.
Oh,
Should have done this on your channel.
I
Should've,
don't-
yeah. I
ouch.
didn't get parked until
Actually-
just I came up here.
I'm not even going to go there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. While we're on the subject, guys, this guy over here is Grumpy Old Truckers. Go check out his channel, subscribe. Down below me is Highway Junkies. Go check out his channel, subscribe. Diagonal from me is That's Trucking, and also Trucking City Media. Go subscribe. And if you're not watching Trucking City Media, then you're missing all this chemistry all the time. And then at the bottom is Spade Trucking. Go check out his channel and subscribe. Really appreciate it, guys. All right. 7C says, don't let those jokes bark either.
Jake,
Dear
Jake,
oh, Jake's
engine
bark.
brake.
Sorry. It is small.
Engine brake.
Sorry. I thought I said John's for a minute. I'm like, I don't bark. What the heck's he trying to say?
I don't know. That was what I was
Calling me a
pointing
dog.
out. That's what I was pointing out earlier when you said he was in the police force under the narcotics division. I was like, so you're sniffing stuff?
Do you not know what the narcotics division is? They're the ones that are against sniffing stuff.
Never mind.
Poet says, yeah, leave it that way, Grumpy. That's right. And that's why I have a 6-foot landing lights. 6-foot landing lights. Oh, for deer. See, in the United States, I think that's illegal, isn't it, guys?
From the
Six
I don't
side.
foot or
know.
6 inch?
Huh?
Was that 6 foot or 6 inch?
I don't know. It's small.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's that double.
It's got double, so it's 6 inch.
So I gave you all this time, boss man. So here's your chance. Give me a question that's going to wow us, amaze us, and make us laugh, and also make us think.
Wow us, amaze us, and make us think.
Oh my goodness. I gave you all this time and you're still have to think about it? He is too old. My goodness.
No. Don't lose faith. Don't lose faith.
I'm not losing faith. He's at the bottom.
Boy, you full of. Anyway. All right, I got a good question for you.
All right.
Goes right down the line of what we've been talking about the last couple of lives. We ended the last live I did. I'll ask the two guys up top and the two down below can opine if they'd like. If you had an opportunity to run the highest office in the land, what would be the first law you'd change? Why would you change it? And how would you do it?
Go ahead, Grumps.
Oh, what? I didn't understand the question.
Oh my goodness.
Goodbye.
Okay. Let me enter. I forgot. Boss man can do that on my page. I totally forgot. He wants to know if you were president, what's the first law you would change? It can be trucking or
First
non-trucking.
law I would change
he
if I was president.
Yep.
Well, I would actually have more of listening to the other Americans. I mean, there's more than just the ones that are sitting in an office up there. I mean, I want everybody's opinion that wants to voice it to me. I mean, this is a free country and we have the right to freedom of speech. So even if it would took me forever to look through everything some way, somehow, with a little help, I would go through it.
Okay, that's a very political answer, but let's be honest here. Our country could not agree on one thing that had to change. He asked what one thing you would change.
Wait a minute. You know what? That's not true. That's
no,
not
what
true.
I asked was, what law would you change?
Well, yeah, one law would you change?
What law?
Yes.
Yeah, what law? Anything that has to do with trucking, what would you change? Why?
didn't
How
say-
would you do it?
You didn't say it had to do with trucking.
Well, it's a trucking channel. Give me a break. Do I have
I'm an everything channel.
change in trucking?
I'm an everything channel.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I would
I know
say
what I would do.
probably. I would say probably basically, the Green Book needs to be revised. I mean, that's our law book basically. it needs to be revised. I mean, there's a lot of things in there that is still out of date.
Okay.
Okay.
So
How about you, Pete?
You're doing cover to cover. Generic.
I would.
Politician.
Yeah, I know. He didn't pick one law. He's just walking that fence. He doesn't want to look bad. He's so afraid of falling off either side. Now, Pete, on the other hand, he'll have a strong opinion. Go ahead, Pete.
Well, it's not trucking. I would change copyright laws so other people can't steal people's stuff.
Yeah, yeah, especially if. No, I agree. They shouldn't be allowed to steal other people's stuff, especially if it's not changed or fair use or
At all.
or nothing
At
is
all.
done to it.
At all. No,
Well,
if
that was the case, okay, wait.
That was a
If that
joke.
was the
that
case,
was a joke.
no, I know,
That was
but
a
if that
joke.
was the case, you'd be copyright struck right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Totally
the reason why is because your icon says Mac on it, and that's not your copyright, mister.
Oh,
Oh,
that was below the belt, big time. You gonna take that, Fate?
No, I don't care about anything John has to say about me. Trucking? Let me think. I would probably revise the hours of service. And I'm not saying I would abolish it, but I would change the hours of service somehow. Just because I understand what we go through as truck drivers, that a lot of our clock at times is used not transporting freight at all or moving the truck or doing anything.
Okay.
Okay.
How about you, LJ?
Dun,
Well,
dun,
Satan took my answer away.
dun, dun,
Oh.
dun.
All right. Well, if it were up to me, there are so many different avenues you can take this. The obvious one would be ELDs, like Poet did down there in the comments. That would be the obvious one, but I don't think that would be my first change. If I could change one thing, I don't think that would be the one thing.
I think the
I would bring
ELDs.
back manual trucks.
What'd you say?
Good luck. He said he'd bring back manual trucks. Good luck convincing manufacturers that it's cost effective. That's why they're I'm going to answer my own question. I'm going to answer my own question. And this is something none of y'all thought of. I would remove bridge laws. Specifically, the length from kingpin to tandem.
Why is that? Why is that your hot topic? Okay, that is one of the most boring things ever. So tell me why that's your hot topic.
What do you mean it's my hot topic? You asked me, ask you a question. I got to answer my own question, right?
Okay, go ahead, answer it. Give me a good reason.
I think that whole thing about 41 inches, or in some states 40 inches, is just a bunch of BS.
See,
has absolutely nothing to do with the cargo, has nothing to do with the safety, and it has nothing to do with the truck or the driver. It makes no sense. Now, weight, I get, because some bridges can't handle it. But length, I don't understand it. And I don't think
it doesn't have anything to do with bridges. I don't think you understand the bridge law. Go ahead, Pete.
No, I do.
Do you know why I wouldn't do that?
Why is that?
Because bridge laws are enforced by the states, not the federal government, and I want less federal government involved in the laws and regulations of trucking. So I would not support that one bit, because it's the states that come up with those laws, and it does affect the weight.
Well, I mean, where you put your tandems affects the weight of the truck. I get that, and I understand that. But you realize what you just said goes antithetical to what you're trying to do. You're saying it goes to states, and you would then have federal involved? No. Why have either one involved?
You want federal involved.
You want federal involved to get rid of all of that. That's the only way it could happen, because all the states are different.
The state should be 100% like the states. The reason bridge laws are in effect, quote, is the weight that's transferred onto the roadways, and states have all different types of climates and temperatures, and their roads are built different to withstand certain amount of weight per square inch in building the roads. So I like
I get
I would
what you're
I
saying
would
about the
disagree
road,
with that.
and I understand that, but shouldn't it be understood industry wide that weights have to be universal? I mean, everybody has to go by the
They
same 80,000.
They are.
You know, right? So why should it be
Do you think
necessary to
trucks
have
can be loaded different?
right? But other than permits, why should we have a concern over whether or not your truck is longer or shorter? You know what the weights are. You know what you know what you're supposed to do to get there. And
Am I wrong here?
Then there's already a federal law that says if you're over 80,000, you have to get permits and get special circumstance permits.
That's
As we
state
all know,
laws, bro. That's state
No, those are
laws
federal.
because no, because you can be heavier in some states. Here,
yeah, each state has
get
their
this
own.
out, get
Yep.
this out, and read it because
Oh yeah,
it's not. You can be over 80,000 pounds in some states,
There
and
are
you can
actually-
be
yes.
over 34,000 pounds on your tandems in some
Right.
states.
right.
You know
And
what
there
I
are
mean?
actually states that don't have bridge laws.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so it's a
Weight
state by state
laws
thing.
are
But I have a question for you about this bridge law thing. Since we're talking about this subject, I honestly think I think I misunderstood this whole thing. So y'all are all experienced truckers. Every single person here has more experience than I do. So you guys can answer this question. When it's referring to a bridge law, I always assumed it didn't actually mean a bridge. I thought it meant the trailer bridge. You know what I mean?
that's what it
Because
means.
yeah, then why was he talking about bridges?
He's not.
The distance between the kingpin and the tandem,
Is
That's
the
a
bridge
bridge.
law.
Jake was saying, right? Just like they was saying, the distance between your tandem kingpin or the tandem
Well-
and the kingpin determines the amount of weight on both your drives.
So
and
it
your trailer.
is about the equipment because you said it's not about the equipment.
Who said that?
You did.
You did.
No, I said it was about the knowledge. And my
Right, but you said-
original point.
That's
answer
not what
question-
you said.
My original point. My original point in answering or asking the question and providing my answer is just simply saying that if there's a standard across the board that everybody has to hold to, and not have it be so, as Faye pointed out, Atlas required confused bullshit. Pardon my French.
Oh,
Don't you think it would be a lot easier?
what are you midlife trucking now? You don't like Atlases?
No, he'd love you for that one. No, but I mean, less confusion, more direction. That's simply my point. You know, that's the way I go about.
Well, I know one thing.
I point a couple of times on
I
my
get-
channel. You guys have argued with me about it, but you know, not.
I honestly couldn't give you a law that I would change. Honestly, there are a lot I would like to change, but I do think if I could change one thing, I wouldn't get rid of it. But one thing I would change is the hours of service.
You got
Not
to
get rid of them.
my answer too.
Not get rid of them. I want to change them.
That's exactly what I said. You are.
Well-
I think we're
No,
all
no.
getting a very
Why
good
does everybody?
insight
Wait a
on
minute. Wait a
driving
minute.
what John
Bait,
does.
I'm-
He lets
before-
everybody else
Wait,
talk.
I'm serious.
Before you get on this boat, there's two guys in this stream right now that know I answered this question 3 or 4 days ago the same exact way.
Okay.
So don't even go there.
Despite that,
You'll see it
haven't-
on a video in about a week or two whenever Grumpy gets around to it.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, you know, whenever. Yeah. My question here is, why does everybody want so hard to change hours of service laws? Do you realize that by making any changes, how unsafe the industry would become?
That's so not true.
That's bullcrap.
Because
Think
statistically,
about it.
it's proven. Statistics don't lie. And you can call me whatever you want to call me. Numbers don't lie.
Mhm.
When ELDs and the hours of service have not made the industry safer. Those are
Oh,
facts.
I won't argue with that. I won't argue that.
Well,
what I'm
look
talking
at-
about
You're right.
is
You're right.
Look at- Look at 2020. We weren't running ELDs. Everything was exempt. We were just running like mad people. Was there less trucking accidents or more? There were less.
There was less.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But
that
we
right
still
there
had-
kind of proves that it's
But we
a,
still had an hours of service standard despite
No.
not having ELDs. We've always
No.
had that.
no, we didn't.
Here's-
There was no standard. There was no
Well,
hours of service.
Yeah.
You were exempt.
We've always had. Well, it depends on what you do, is whether you're exempt. But I got into trucking in 2012. Since then we've always had the standard requirement for 34 hours, 11 on or 14 on, 11 drive time.
That's not
that's
true.
never changed in the time I've been here.
That's not true.
Yeah. The only difference is whether you can do paper logs versus ELDs. That's the
That's
only.
not true. Over 2020, when we were all in the pandemic,
Yeah.
if you were running food, none of that existed.
Not even
If
food.
you were running food, yes.
No,
Actually,
it
no,
wasn't- it
no,
wasn't
not
just
even food. At first, it was everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you could run. Excuse my expression, but you could run balls to the wall all you wanted to, and no one was going to say a word to you because everything was a desperate need. Eventually,
Right.
what did become just food, but you're right. Pete. At first, it was everything.
Yeah.
And so that's not a true statement because we went without hours of service and our accidents did not go up.
Very true.
And if
Very
you
true.
listen to what I said I wouldn't abolish the hours of service. I would make it favorable to the truck driver. Because even with split logs, depending on what type of trucking you do, you will get in situations where your clock that is federally mandated is dwindling down without you doing a single thing. You're either sitting here playing on YouTube, playing video games, or you're in the bunk trying to eat and relax, and you're doing nothing. It's
interesting we're having this conversation because, on my channel, That's Trucking, a while back, and it's probably still up too, I had a video where I suggested, and I got grief for it on that video too. I got grief from a lot of people. I suggested that a good idea for hours of service would be to change it to be 16 on duty, 14 drive time, and 2 30-minute breaks throughout the whole day. And everybody went nuts and said I was trying to kill truckers.
Well, guys,
Think about
I'm gonna cut this conversation short because I just got a comment that I'm not reading comments. So let me rush through these comments real quick, guys.
Go ahead.
So Cheap Ray Holler says, if those are illegal, then they need to start stopping these box trailers riding around with strobe lights in the windshield. Yeah, no, I know. Actually, you know what should be illegal in that same context is those bar lights that are in the front of trucks. I hate those things. They blind the heck out of you. Anybody else have that problem?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Certain
They
types
are.
of lights just kill me. Yeah.
Only when I run at night.
Or yeah, no duh. Poet says inch. I guess that's towards you, Frank. Since you're not here, I'll blame you. That's you. Franklin says hi, everybody. Hi, Franklin. By the way, I don't accept personal checks, but you can cash at me that $2 billion you owe me as soon as possible, please. The reason why is I heard you were worth 500 billion, so it shouldn't be a problem now.
Right.
Poet says no more ELDs. They're nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing more than babysitters. Yeah, well, let's be honest. There's a lot of drivers out here that need to be babysat. I hate to say that, but
Nobody looks at the ELDs anymore as a tool. They look at it as a timer and how to get somewhere as fast as they can, which is what causes the accidents in the first place.
what did you guys do to Pate? You made him mad. He just left.
No, I heard the chirp just before you went off. He got a phone call.
Oh. Make cheap freight illegal. Wait, your name is Cheap Freight Hauler. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we can't make you illegal, dude. You got to stay with it. You got to keep subscribing and watching.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with that one. So, Frank, that one's for you sometime.
Yeah.
All right. Cheap Freight Hauler says, don't need a law. Bring back manuals. Just need
demand.
enough
That was
demand.
for you, LJ. Yeah, that was for you, buddy.
Yeah, the problem is you're not going to have there right now at this point in this
Oh, I
industry.
know
There's a
that.
lot of people that are totally into the automatics. I don't think you get enough demand to bring it back. So
Yeah.
Even,
Not to mention
even
the amount of
Peterbilt
people
will
that
all be automatics eventually.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, not to mention the amount of people that wouldn't know what to do with a stick shift if their life depended on it.
Right.
Sorry
Poet
about
says
that.
to
I had
what,
take care of
LJ?
personal business.
Oh, no problem, no problem. We covered for you, and everything that happened while you were gone became your fault, so it worked out well.
Awesome.
Poet says hours of service up here: 13 hours of driving, 1 hour of on duty, total 14 hours. Oh wow, so they can do 13 hours of driving up there?
Yeah, I was gonna. That's the original reason I came up with the idea of the video because of that. Because if it works Canadians, why shouldn't it work for us? I mean,
Yeah.
I
No,
just
I'd be
don't
open to that. Hey, there are plenty of days I drive 11 hours in a day and think, you know what, I got a couple more hours left in me. I wish I could keep driving, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Cheap Ray Holler says states set the weight. Florida is 44K on the tandems. I actually didn't even know that, and I'm from Florida. I guess I need to read my atlas a little bit more. Seven
Don't let nobody
C's.
say that.
Seven C's. Well, he didn't want to come in here and join us, so poo-poo on him.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. My phone's about to die. Let me plug this thing in here real quick.
Yeah. Don't worry.
All
If
right.
you go away, I got you back.
That's okay. 7C says length matters. So the weight is distributed and not all in one spot. Yeah, no, I agree with you, dude. I'm like, I don't agree with I think the bridge law is important because the last thing we need is people driving down the road and their trailers doing this.
Yeah,
You know what I
just
mean?
so everybody understands. I mean, I don't want them thinking I'm junior and don't know my crap, but I mean, in a sense, my whole thing and reason I said it is because it's not universal. It's different everywhere. And I think it's huge room for confusion, and people still to this day don't understand it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm a little offended by what you said because I am a junior and I know my crap very well. Just saying. All right. If I go north of the 60th and 2 hours driving time north of the Arctic Circle and 2 more hours time driving plus that 1 hour of on duty time.
Yeah. So the farther north in Canada you go, the more time they give you.
Interesting.
Probably because of the roads and stuff up there when they were, especially during the wintertime.
Yeah, on the bridge. Yeah, that's what we're talking about on a bridge.
Way up in the northern territories, there's no room to stop, and sometimes stopping will kill you. So at least that's what
all right. This one's for you, boss man. It says, boss man, why can't the USA and Canada get their poop in a group for weights and hours of service?
Yeah. 2 words for you, buddy. Pete Buttigieg.
You can't blame Poot. You can't blame Pete. Sorry, Poot. You can't blame. You can't blame Pete because it's been that way for generations.
I'm gonna start calling you Grumpy John.
Shut up.
I call him Grumpy because half the time you can't figure it. He sent me 2 voice things today. I couldn't tell whether he was trying to act like Frank or trying to act like himself.
I was nowhere around.
Right?
7C says, like a bunch of Kamalas on here stealing answers and policies. Yeah, he's talking about you guys.
He just called us all Democrats.
I'm fine with that.
I'm pleading fifth.
I'm just saying. I don't know why we can't build it back better to make it great again. I'm just saying. If you change the hours of service, add more time, and take trucks more accessible.
Do you need help
cheaper
to interpret?
Rates. I'm sorry, it's all blending together. We've been on here a long time, man. But as into 2020, there's less traffic on the road. Yeah, exactly. That was kind of my point. less traffic, but how many trucking accidents where truckers caused it? The reason why less traffic matters is because a lot of the accidents aren't caused by us. They blame us, but they're not caused by us. So, Big John, read my comment. I did, poet.
I
Man,
think I think you mean something else.
I know you. No, I know. This was a long time ago. This is why I started reading comments because of that comment.
Oh,
But
all right. Yeah.
but yeah. But here, this is what I want to say. Okay, I read your comments there, poet. But I'm gonna say this affectionately. Now that we're family, I'm gonna refer to you as my crazy uncle poet. Is that okay with you? I could call grandpa poet. That would work too. Boss man, read my comment. Boss man, read that comment.
I guess, yeah. Okay, boss man, read my comment. Moving
There you
on.
go. All right, we did that. Todd Stebbins said we should be able to drive 13 hours with 2.5 hour breaks. That equals 14 hours. 11 hours is not long enough. Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that. Like I said, there's plenty of days I get done with my day and thought, man, I could drive a couple more hours. Then again, there's a lot of days I get 9 hours in. Oh man, am I
The
done
only
yet?
reason they do all the stuff with our service they currently do is because they think we need 10 hours. Who the hell sleeps 10 hours? Not me.
It's not just about sleeping. I mean, honestly,
No, you can try to do other things, but shouldn't that be a decision we make, not forced on us?
well, the reason why, look at it like this: if they only said it was 8 hours, which is what everybody should get for sleep, then the company's going to run you and only give you 8 hours, which means you have no time for anything other than sleep and driving. That's probably why they did it. Kind of protect you, give you a little buffer.
Natural selection in trucking. Who's going to work for that company? Not me.
Truckers are about the only group of people that are limited to 70 hours a week. Actually, it's 70 hours in 8 days, not a week. But I agree. And find ways to work more. Yeah. No, I agree with you. But it's 8 days.
Oh, cheap freight hauler. Oh, you did not. Read the next comment.
Pete has his poop together,
Keep reading.
packed tightly. Yes, I do believe you're right on that one.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah.
He loves those Pete's, I guess.
I like how he spells his wording. Oh, you got a hell of a mind there, buddy. I like that.
I'm not a yes. You're right. 7
Yeah.
C's. Okay. All right, guys. So
I guess
I got one more. No. I actually refer to you as an independent or a classic liberal.
Okay. You
I
can,
no. The reason why is I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with classic Democrats, classic liberals, because they loved our country. They just didn't agree with some of the policies. The current Liberal Party, I don't want to get into politics too much here, but the current Liberal Party, the problem with them is they don't like our country. They don't want what's best for our country.
They have access to too
So
much.
you're not one of them.
But yet, every time a state has a referendum that they give it to the people, which is to vote on it. That's democratic policy. A lot of these states, when the people vote, the majority of the people want the laws that are trying to be overturned or have been overturned.
No.
How does that mean they don't love the country?
No. That's the state deal. What you vote for in your state is your state's deal, and that's the way it should be. I'm talking about federal side. Okay. If you honestly think, hang on. If you honestly believe that the people in the higher parts of the Democrat Party love our country, and you look at the policies they do, there is no possible way that's true.
And I could make an argument that the highest Republican person that was a sitting president didn't love our country for what he tried to do. Telling the vice president not to sign the election, calling a state a Secretary of State and saying, "Give me 11,000 more votes." Like that to me, I'm not arguing with you that there are some absolutely ridiculous lunatic Democrats out there. There is. There are some crazy things that are being pushed that I do not agree with. But the comment you just said about
Mhm.
they don't care about America, we had a sitting president that tried to take that away, tried to
For
take away
every
the democratic
for every
principles.
Let me ask you a question. Let me
every-
ask you a question.
for every Trump, there is a Nixon.
Yeah, I
Hang,
agree.
hang on a second.
I-
Hang on a second. Let's take the end of that, what you just said, out of it. Okay. Now, compare. Take COVID out of it because that didn't matter who the president was, and
No, I don't blame him for COVID at all.
and take the elections out of it. Take all the election crap out of it. Compare the administration that we're in right now, that we're just about to end, compared to that administration.
Okay. What do you want me to
Choose one.
compare?
Choose one.
For what?
I have made more money in the stock market with the current
I'm not asking about the stock market.
I would choose.
What are we choosing?
Hold on. If I'm choosing the administration, does that mean that I am choosing the leader of that administration?
Yes.
Then
You
I
only get-
choose
you-
neither. Then I choose
No.
neither.
No, you don't get that choice.
No, I
You had
do
to
get
know-
that choice.
You had to know,
Because I'm
John,
an
you had to
American.
know.
I don't have to choose one or the other.
There you go.
I'm an
You had
American.
to know fate
All
was
right.
going to do that. You had to know that.
I know. He
knew
wasn't
that.
gonna, I was trying to talk him into a corner and he wouldn't go there. Darn him. All right. All right. Moving along,
Well,
guys. Moving
kinda-
along.
Let me ask you. Well, no, let's not get into this.
Yeah.
Moving along.
Mm.
You know what,
This is
guys?
not the right time.
Yeah.
You know, guys, I'm actually reading through some of these comments and I'm getting tired. So, guys, it's been great having you on here. I appreciate you hanging out with me and talking. And everybody in the comment section, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get your comments. I'm too tired. So,
We will have.
to all of you, have a
great
good night. Always
We will
remember.
We will have a great show come Saturday. Tune into Trucking City Media. We're talking about parking and other news. Be there, be square, guys. Subscribe, like every one of these guys. They're all part of my family, just like you up North Poet.
I'm a crazy
God bless
liberal,
you.
so
You're still part of the family.
Listen,
I
guys.
care not.
Listen, guys. This is my channel. So come subscribe and like to my channel first. Then go to all of theirs. All right? Even the crazy liberal at the bottom, it's fine. We love him. He's a good guy. So, guys, have a great day.
hey, take it easy, John. Later, guys.